Welcome back to re-intro the new Brown Order, and we're going to be doing a special collaboration. I want to talk about Kaala Paani, and I'm going to put it on both the channels. I'm going to put it on my own movie show review channel, Suhe Speaks. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But also subscribe to both. But Kaala Paani, I haven't finished it completely. I have like maybe half an hour left. And I really want to talk about this show, especially how it started. And for Indian show about something of a close topic to home, because we all lived it. So Kaala Paani is taken, it's in the future. It's I think 2025 or 2027. Something. It's in the future. It's a couple of years from now, and they're on a remote island, and it does have indigenous people and the orcas or something like that, and
tribals.
Yeah, and Native you see tribals. All these people coming in, and Mona Singh, who I think is an underrated actress. Ever since
I think so too. Yeah.
Ever since Jesse Koi Nahi, whatever her show was, like that's like a big ass show, and I think she was never able to really get out of that light. It's like, you know how Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter forever. I feel like she's Jessie forever. And seeing her act in the first episode, I was like, holy shit, she's a great actress. This is going to be a good show. I'm excited about it. It felt dark. It felt more close to home. It's about a virus, a contagion. It's something that is spreading. It feels like black psoriasis, like the Black Plague. And it comes in different versions of things. Like you get this first, like itchiness, and then you get coughing, then you get sick, then your fever goes away, and then it comes back. You get
better, and then it comes right back. Yeah,
it tricks you and stuff. So you see this company, and we already know the company is at fault already from the beginning. That's like the most cliche thing. We're like, it's the rich people. They fucked it up. They fucked up the environment, whatever. And then you see different sides where you're seeing the native sides and you're seeing the villagers, and the natives are trying to break this water pipeline, and they do, and the villagers are trying to do the same. But when Mona Singh comes towards at the end to them, there's only one girl left, and she's like banging on the rock. And this other chick, whatever, she comes from the city, and she has a theory, and she's working on a paper, and she wants to learn from Mona Singh and everything. And
she's the medical scientist or researcher or something.
Yeah, and this island is getting ready to host like the biggest event it has ever done, like with thousands of people, and they can't postpone it or anything like that. There's so many things at play, and just think Jurassic World and all the dinosaurs are loose. That's the basically thing, and you're just on the island, Jurassic Park, whatever, Jurassic World, it's all T-Rexes.
That's a very good analogy. It makes sense.
So Mona Singh tries to, find out more information about this virus and stuff. She's finding out, and she goes to this village late at night, and we all saw this coming too, and I just hoped it was not true. So Mona Singh, I'm like, you know what, she's gonna lead it off, and you get introduced to these other people. This girl comes from another place. She meets this guy that
like mainland, they call it mainland.
Yeah, this guy that's clearly in love with her, and she's going through a breakup, a divorce. So there's a whole moving part. Then you have this family with a young teen boy, a young daughter, a father who's very calm, and the mother who's always on edge. And there's a lot of relationship with the father and the son, and it's
teenage boy raising a teenage boy. Yeah,
and the teenage boy is like
raising a teenage period.
Yeah, and teenage boys infatuated with the girls or whatever. So there's like they were, and then the most important person of the whole show is the guy that basically tricks them because he wants to take turtle eggs. He wants to smuggle turtle eggs, and he's using as a tourist business and he tells this people, oh, we gotta go to this hill, it's beautiful, your wife is gonna love it, but in reality he's trying to smuggle there. So Mona Singh is going in to find the truth. She gets to the village and everybody's dead, and these are the people that were originally in the hospital, but by the law of health, if they feel better, you cannot hold the patient. So they got rid of every single person, and that caused the disease to spread. When she got there, everybody was dead. Then she found the cause, and she put two and two together, like, oh my god, water pipe, water, atom, this is the problem. She has a prosthetic leg. I think I should have mentioned that, and it plays a huge part in this. So as a Indian drama, she's going up a hill screaming, stop the pipe. Like, who the fuck are you screaming to? Like, that's one. Stop the pipe. And it just starts raining because, you know, where's the
dramatic
drama?
Theatrics.
Where's the drama without a little rain? So what happens in Indian movies, and this is for people that don't know this, okay? Come closer. When it rains and you walk up the hill, 99.9% chance the person's gonna roll over, fall, and hit her head, his head, and they're gonna die. It's happened way too many times, and sadly, it happened here again. Yeah. That is how a great doctor.
Even though you knew it was gonna happen, you were sad when it happened.
First of all, it's she gets her prosthetic leg stuck, and I'm like, alright. This is just going to be it. She's probably going to just pass out. Some rubble's going to come hit her. Some landslide, whatever. This, that. She gets out. I'm like, all right, there's hope. Nope. She just misses the step because her leg that is decapitated couldn't get the grip on the rock. And she came tumbling down till the end.
Rock in her head. Yeah.
The end.
This happened in this very early on to the show.
First episode.
Yeah, I get very upset. I'm like, man, why did they? Seriously, she was doing so well. You know?
Was great. Yeah. She was fantastic. Yeah. I was enjoying her energy, and then I understood. They wanted to give us more anxiety. They're like, let's get rid of the only person that can save us. Let's just get rid of her.
Yeah.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
Right in the starting. Yeah,
like,
right off the bat.
Like,
right off the bat.
So you're telling us the one person that can save us is dead. Okay.
Now what?
Now you have everybody in panic mode. You have the girl that likes the guy, whatever. She's separated. She had to go.
Mind you, the public has no clue about this.
So she had to go report. Oh, we're also missing a douchebag. The police officer, Ketan. He's a fucking greedy motherfucker. Okay, he is such a wild piece of shit.
You almost love him, and then he gives you enough reasons to hate him.
He's a scumbag, just through and through. So
have you seen the movie? I mean the Money Heist.
Yes.
The Spanish show.
Yes.
You know the Arturo character.
Yes.
Who you just can't trust, good side or bad side, but believe it or not, everything happens literally because of them. A lot of shit happens just because of them, you know?
Yeah.
He is the Arturo character in this show.
Sure, yeah, I agree, but he's still the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, so is Arturo,
so is also the rich people, the rich company, whatever you want to call it. You have the virus breaking out, and everybody is like, you know, forced to wear masks and everything, and everybody's separated. You can't get back to where you were, so the family's separated, the kids and stuff. The girl's separated, she's on her own, so everybody's basically on their own, and it's just like, not everything's closed down. The government just closing everything down.
Lockdown, yeah.
And the wife ends up getting sick. She ends up getting the plague. And she tells the dad, the father, her husband, no matter what, go find your kids. And the father and me, I'm very attached to this family. Very, very attached to this family. I'm like, no, the wife died. Something good is going to happen. He's going to find both his kids, whatever like that. Nope. So,
it just gets worse.
And I love the show for it. I love it because it keeps trampling on my heart. It keeps like, every bit of hope I'm getting is just like, nah. It's just stabbing every single time. The character of Ketan, the cop, he basically is a greedy, filthy. He will do anything to get on top. He'll do anything. He is kissing ass to the Atom people, trying to get them out of the island because they have freaking island. They own an island or something like that. They have another island they own.
They purchased the island like last minute.
They were trying to sneak off by being in the containers, but they actually got caught. And this guy's like, oh, now we're gonna basically take everybody there. There's a whole thing, but the virus is still there. What ends up happening is the owner, the female that is the owner of the company, she ends up getting it. She's pregnant.
The reason they bought the island for, so you know, because she was a wife of the billionaire or something like that who was doing all of this, who was not even there. He's in his own country somewhere else, you know, enjoying his life.
So now the girl, the one that's in love, whatever, the young girl that's from the mainland, she meets up with the boy and girl, and they go on an adventure because they need to find medication, they need to find other things. And she's like, oh, I know this person, and he's gonna help us. This old uncle he basically survived by being by himself. He's a very big loner. He brings them to the home and slowly opens up to them.
It's not even a home. It's a bunker. It's a bunker. It's a bunker that was created by the Japanese when they were doing a war years ahead.
Yeah. So, and then this kid, the boy, he goes off every now and then, and he gives food to a cat. And I have cats.
He strands off, yeah.
And I have cats, and I understand. The cat ends up having the disease. That means the boy has the disease. Now you know where I'm going with this. The boy ends up dying. Bro, okay, so I'll get to that part. Okay, I'll get to that part. So
there's a lot of layers back and forth in this whole show.
So a lot of emotions. So the girl and the little girl, the sister of the brother, and the other girl that's in love, whatever, I keep forgetting her name, they leave because they don't want to tell him that good Jew, Parth, he is dying. So the old man that lived there, he ends up staying with him. At the same time, the father is trying his best to get back to his kids.
Somewhere on the other side of the island, yeah. He's completely on another side of the island.
This guy, he ends up... The guy that is helping him, that's smuggling, there's a very nice moment with his friend where he got the thing, and he's basically going like, where is your humanity? Help them. You lied to him. Help them get across. So the guy, like the father, ends up stealing the boat because he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. They get stuck in a tropical storm or something, and they end up coming somewhere else. And while they were walking, they come into these people that died, and he's like, what is the smell? He goes, oh, they were smuggling turtle eggs and stuff, blah blah. These poachers do that all the time. What, you have it? He dropped the bag. He had turtle eggs in there. He goes, you're lying to me. He goes, you did this shit. So the father loses on him. He goes, I don't need your fucking help. I'm gonna do it myself. He walks away and falls into the biggest fucking ditch. He falls into there, passes out. Yeah, so when he wakes up, he has a broken ankle. His foot is broken. And this is the part where he had his daughter's juice. And he's so thirsty, but he refused to drink it. He's like, I cannot do this. He's like that. Like,
he's not just thirsty. He's probably gonna die if he doesn't have any kind of, you know. It's a life or death matter, you know.
And he's just like, I can't. This is my daughter's. I can't. And I love that part. And then you see a snake coming. You see him.
He's a vegetarian, so he doesn't eat eggs or anything like that. But the only option he sees there to eat is the eggs. But he's like, either I can have the juice or I can have the egg. And he chooses the snake egg over the juice or something like that he had saved for his daughter.
So he tried to escape, couldn't, and he was in a lot of pain because he fell back. He almost got all the way up. He couldn't. He tried to get coconuts. He couldn't get that. So then he saw fire ants.
Yeah,
and
that was another.
He basically put ants all over himself. To the point they're biting him. He has no choice but to escape. Forces him to go escape. He escapes. He finds his way all the way into a place where they help him. And he steals the ambulance from there because he's like, nah, I gotta go find my kids. Gets stopped. He's like, the cop is like, either I'm gonna arrest you or you're gonna come help me. So he's like, oh, I'll come help you. He's pretending to be, you know, driving the ambulance. He comes to two bodies, and one is this guy and the other one is his son. Bro, at that time, I was like, holy, this is so cruel. This is so fucking cruel that this dude is looking for his kid and he's about to carry his dead kid in the fucking ambulance. And when he finds out, oh, it was a young kid, he looks at the birth certificate, and when he looks at it, his emotions, I was like, holy shit. And then when he goes in the car and he closes the van and he breaks down, I
cried. I cried at that spot.
I was like, holy shit.
I had tears.
I was like, holy fucking shit. Now we're coming back to the dark side where they're trying to find, there's this flower that apparently the natives don't get sick, and they might be because of this flower that helps them. They probably take care of it, but there's more to it because even the turtle smuggler dude, and this is where I started liking him. So now fast forward, because I haven't finished it. They find out that the natives do not get sick. They do not get this disease. It might be in their blood.
They're immune to it somehow.
Yeah, so he ends up capturing one of the natives, and they're going to do experiments on him. And right before they were about to start, before that, he found out that his mom, when he was younger, she also was very close to them, and he didn't get sick because of, you know, the native. So he has the blood, or the whatever you want to call it, the freedom to survive this disease. And he's like, choose me. He goes, kill me if you have to. Let them go. And the part where I left off at, and this is where I want to leave it before I finish it, and we'll just talk about it and whatever you want to say. I left off where they're having a conversation. The doctor's like, yes, I was able to treat the lady. We were able to treat the rich lady and other people, and they all showed great sign of progress. They all are doing good. They're not sick anymore. So basically, they find a cure. And the first thought that went through their head is like, so I guess we need more. So they want to get more of the natives, all 400 of them, kill them to save thousands. And I'm just like, yo, man, where is the humanity in this too? So
sorry, go ahead. I'll say my thing after you're done.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I think I'm done for now, man.
So this show is based on the trolley problem. The show is about the trolley problem.
What do you mean?
So did you hear what the trolley problem is?
No.
So the main guy, the maker of this show, Ashutosh Gowariker, the same guy who has made Jodha Akbar, the same guy who has made Lagan, you know, this same guy, he's like
Kaala Paani originally when the 1920s or something that Britons used to send their convicts. It's like
it's like Australia, right? Where all the British Alcatraz. Yeah, it's like Alcatraz. It's like Australia, where the British used to send their, you know, the things, or America for that matter, or Virginia, as you had mentioned earlier in one of our podcasts. The trolley problem is basically, just think of it as a logical perspective where there's a train or trolley, whatever you call it, is coming at a high speed, right? It cannot be stopped. Over here on the same track that it's traveling to has 5 construction workers working on there, right? They're just working, doing their thing, and there's no way to stop this.
They said that in there. Yeah, I remember when he was talking about it.
So the only option you have is, if you are the controller sitting somewhere else, you know, you're controlling this switch, that if you switch it, then it will change the track and you'll save these 5 people. But on the other track, there's only one person there. You know what I mean? So the question becomes is, would you, if you were sitting in that position where you had to make the decision, this going back to why does one have to make the decision over this or the other, is basically, if you're sitting at the chairperson where you're gonna flip the switch, would you save 5 people or would you save that one person? So by default, anybody's gonna get up and be like, obviously I will flip the script. No, I would save 5 people over one person. You know what I mean? Saving more lives.
That was the guy that said it with his son at the convention.
Right. So let me get to it. So some guy just gets up, or anybody would get up and be like, of course I'm gonna try to save 5 lives over 1 life. It's a no-brainer question. No, everybody knows that. Yep. It's like, okay, then let me ask you this: what if on that track was your son sitting over there? Was your son on that one person? What would you do then? And the guy shuts up. You know, believe it or not, this is a real problem today in AI. So when you run the trolley problem in AI, they're not. So what the argument here is, you're gonna choose which one is of the lesser risk, a lose-lose situation, and which one is the lesser evil of the option. But it depends on who is sitting on the flip switch and what emotion is attached on that side of the switch. Can change the whole perspective and the whole, schematics of the situation.
Can you
and in today's world, no, you can't. The only option for you, it's a split-second decision. You know what I mean? The only option you have is to flip the switch, A or B. There is no C, So in AI, that's the problem, because when they're talking about this comes into car crashes, right? So when they're talking about driverless cars, the driverless car, the AI on the car is designed to make sure that the passenger sitting in the car is safe at all times. But you will be in that situation where there's a bus filled with kids, you know what I mean? That if you hit them, or there's a kid standing on this side and there's a car on this side, what is the driverless car gonna do? Is he gonna go hit the kid that's standing on the side, or is he gonna go hit the other car? Because its primary perspective, or the way it's programmed, is to keep the person inside the car safe at all costs. You know what I mean? So what is AI gonna do? And that's the most ethical question that they are fighting at the moment. You know what I mean? Where what's the answer to this?
So
and it's kind of like, well,
so they're trying to make a computer choose or make a choice that humans cannot.
Or they're not sure what the computer is going to choose in a situation like that. And what's ethical and what's not ethical. That's the argument.
It also depends on how intelligent the AI is, though, right?
Yes, of course. We have heard of these 3 laws in the iRobot movie, right?
Amazing movie.
Great movie, way ahead of its time in many cases. But a great movie, a great lesson. Yeah, respect. Yeah, of course. Hey, one second. Sorry, I have to take this call. Well, we were talking iRobot, right? Or whatever. Yeah, so this whole show is based on the trolley problem, where every step of the way you realize that there's you're facing this trolley problem. You know what I mean? And in real life today, it's AI who this question is set up to, which is the next big challenge to figure out what will AI do. So yeah, it is a problem, but the show is very well done, explaining how this trolley problem comes into people's lives in making that decision. That who are you going to save if you were the person making that decision?
When the question was asked in the show, and it's easy to save one because you're saving 5. In a sense, you're saving 4 because what is sacrificing? When he said, if it's your son, that is wrong. But your son already outweighs the 5. It's wrong. Yeah. It's wrong.
Unfortunately, it's wrong. But well, is it wrong? Is it wrong? That's also the question.
It is wrong. It is wrong. 100%. I mean, when you're putting life to life, it should have equal value.
Innocent life to innocent life.
Exactly. So those 5 are innocent, as is your son. you're putting life to life as a value, but then you're putting your personal feelings, attachments, everything into this one person that you're trying to fill the void of 5 people. It's
a split-second decision. So it's highly likely that your brain is not going to have the time to decide that. So it's going to be clearly emotional. It's not going to be rational or logical.
Let's just be real, okay? If we were all in that situation, we all choose one. We'll say 5, truthfully speaking. If that is the only choice, I mean, I don't want to make the choice, but that is the choice. Like they say, kill one to save thousands or many or so, or save many to kill one, whatever it is. Man, what a sucky option.
It is.
And this show honestly had me, and I could have binged it all in one sitting, but I've been going back and forth watching other shit too. Every time I watch the show, I'm thrown into this emotional flux where I'm just like, holy fucking shit, what would I do? And I must say, this show is not getting enough attention or love as it should. Even though I haven't finished it.
Oh, really?
Even though I haven't
I don't know what others are saying about it. I'm shocked that you brought it up because I didn't even think you would have watched it. I was like, oh, I liked it, but I wasn't sure.
I never watched the trailer or anything. I just saw it on Netflix. It just popped up and I was reading about it and I was like, okay, so let me just play one episode. I just said, let me just play one episode, and I fell in love with episode 1. I fell in love, and then when Mona Singh died, I'm like, let's see where it goes. And the show carried the weight, it carried the drama, it carried the suspense, it carried the pain, it carried everything. And I'm almost done. And if I have to give a blind rating, this is definitely a must-watch in the sense where...
I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, it's great. It's great. And I mean...
It's a good show.
And I'm hoping there's some hope at the end. I'm really hoping there's hope at the end. Like, because this show definitely does not have any hope. And if it has hope, great. If it doesn't have hope, I think it's even better. I'm just saying because it's rarely where you... Like The Mist just hit you in the balls without you like understanding it. Sometimes it's needed for a good show. Tragedy is sometimes good. This is not real. So we can take off and be like,
story,
yeah, it's fictional, so we don't really feel for it. But kudos to the entire team. Kudos to every single person acting, the storyline, the theme, the music, the makeup, they did such a good job. It feels high budget. It looks great. I feel like they didn't half-ass as much as other shows do.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna rate it before,
it was well written, probably.
I'd give this like a 9 out of 10 right now, in a sense where it's such
other show comparisons. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like I am gonna watch other shows and they'll have like the drama and stuff. This felt more dark. It felt so real. It felt so vivid. It felt so. What would I do?
Immersive. It's very immersive.
It made me question a lot of things. It's like, would I do this? Would I turn left? Would I turn right? What would I do? How would I handle this? What if it happened to somebody I love? What if it happened to me? And I felt it was just not giving the characters now playing the parts any choices, and the decisions they were making were very humane. Yeah, I can't wait to finish it and tell you my honest truth about it. But
yeah, I can't wait to watch your review on this one. I'll definitely watch.
So, what do you think about it? Like, what are you rating?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason why I wouldn't rate it a 9 out of 10 if I were like. But you have to understand, like, my approach to watching shows or movies or any kind of video in general. First, I watch it because I like it. I watch it or whatever. There are times I'm watching things just because I want to see the color corrections or their graphics. There are times where I'm just watching it for the storyline. There are times where I'm just watching it for the video. I mean, you know, how the video is set up. So I have multiple reasons. So I really can't put the thing. But if I were to give an overall response, I don't see a reason why it's not 9 out of 10. You know, I mean, right now a lot of
right now.
Huh?
It's 8.1 on IMDb right now.
Wow, good for that. I mean, it comes from a director. It comes from a director that has produced impressive movies. You know what I mean? Most of them. And Swades was him. He made Swades. He made Swades was great. He made Jodha Akbar. He made Lagan. I think he's pretty. He knows what he's doing. So yeah. But anyways, I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
So my thing is, I think either the show is gonna stay at 9 for me, or it might fall to like 8.5, like is 8, depending on that. Because right now, like when I'm looking at the episodic reviews, the first one gave it a 7.7, and I thought that was a great opening pilot episode. I thought the first episode was great. And the rest are like episode 2 is 8.3, 8.9, 9.1, 9.1, 9.0, and the last one got is 8. Whatever. I feel like the end, I don't think you could have, especially a show like this, ever have a pleasing side for both sides. I don't think you could ever like satisfy everybody.
Exactly. That's why I'm a little skeptical on giving ratings. For me, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
No,
so
it has to be your own opinion. It doesn't need to be anybody else's.
It's my own opinion. Yeah,
what you
I'm not trying to please anyone, but I'm not trying to sell it to other people that you have to go watch it. But if someone who likes what I watch it, you have to watch it. It's definitely a.
If you're Indian,
I wouldn't say it's wholesome, but yeah.
If you're Desi, if you like Desi shows, this is one of the better ones.
Yes.
This is one of the ones. I think this is one of the shows where it doesn't lose its identity. It knows what it is, and it goes with it. It doesn't try to be anything more. It doesn't try to be romantic. It doesn't try to be like. It's just chaos. It's just chaotic. It's just brutal. It's just realistic. It's just straight to the point.
Yeah.
It has a start, middle, and end, and it is not like any typical masala.
Yeah, the Mirzapur or Sacred Games or the same templates that you see over and over. This is a very different story, and the good part is it's very related to a situation that we went through, like COVID, where things were locked down and people just this is a different approach to that, and I think it can be relatable to some people, in some shape or form. So yeah.
So make sure you check it out. I hope you do. You'll truly enjoy it. I don't know if it's in English. It might be. It's a popular show, especially on Netflix. The reviews on IMDb do not do it justice. It's better than what it says. It's a great watch. It's great casting. Overall, I think it's a success in terms of what I want to see. And now I hope Shri goes see Jawan and we could talk about it next time.
So yes, I'll definitely watch Jawan. Yes, it's pending for me.
So until then, make sure you like and subscribe. Watch Jawan, watch Kaala Paani. Both great things, great movie, great show, especially for Indians, especially for brown people. We don't get many of these because majority are mixed with masala and some corny ass shit. Alright, peace out.
Peace out.